Hey, don't hide behind that banner. Thank you.
Sorry? That's fresh morning. That's fresh morning. Yeah. It's going to be lovely. Oh, we are crackers. Quite. I was thinking that when we finished the first one yesterday, we're doing it because we're mad. No, we're doing it to raise awareness of prostate cancer in the UK. You know, 1 man in 8 in their lifetime in the UK will contact prostate cancer. 1 man will die every hour. You know, scary statistics, and we're trying to raise awareness of, you know, what you should do, who are the people who are vulnerable, you know, if you've got a family history, if you're over 50, if you need to pee a lot in the night, you know, if you're a black man, your chances are, you know, a 1 in 4. And just to raise awareness that people, if they've got any concerns at all, should just contact an advisor at Prostate Cancer UK or maybe their GP just to talk things through. No one that, because you catch it early, it's easy to cure, you know.
You know, me and Jeff, we go together like, you know, cheese and crackers, so I couldn't not support him, you know. The only time I went to the doctors was I had to get a sign form to climb Kilimanjaro. The doctor said, well, you must be fit and healthy because I've never seen you before. And that's it. So I've never been, so I know there's men who are typical of me, but who are going through pain and anguish with some problems down below and won't do it because they're stubborn.
I think everybody knows somebody who's been touched by prostate cancer, you know, and although it's an illness that obviously only affects men, you know, it affects families and wives and daughters and mums as well, so I just feel strongly it's something we have to do something about.
I was diagnosed with prostate cancer 4 years ago and have had treatment for it, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, 1 or 2 other things. Unfortunately it's come back, so I'm still being treated for it. Don't be afraid to investigate it and use the information that's out there, and have a PSA test.
Well, obviously worked with Jeff a fair bit. My wife had breast cancer 4 or 5 years ago, so 6 years ago now, and she's had her own little charity that involved with, well, it's not a little charity, Boot Out Breast Cancer's done really well, and Jeff is raising it for a fantastic cause, prostate cancer, you know, affects an awful lot of people in the country. My wife, she spotted hers very early, luckily, you know, and she's had friends that haven't, who are now no longer with us, so same, it's all about early diagnosis, and really it's any information you get makes a difference.
I think we all have relatives or friends who have suffered from the cancer. Lost my dad about 5-6 years ago through prostate, so, you know, been there, seen it. I just thought it was a pretty special choice to do 10 walking marathons. I think the men in the past were too shy and frightened about it. Now we have to face it. It's something we can face. And Jeff was showing me some letters last night about people in their 60s who have just found out that they have it. But because they find it early enough, you've got a great chance of survival. And that's what it's really about.
Yeah, I know York pretty well. I used to come here a lot for football, and I was a regular at the races, and you know, obviously it's one of Britain's most beautiful cities, so it's a great way to start the day, is with a walk through York.
But my love for York stems from York races. It's the Ascot of the North, so I come to York every August. Since my son's been 18 years of age, we celebrate his birthday at the E-Ball meeting, and I missed it for the first ever time last season because of work commitments.
I come here at least twice a year. I love the race, but I love the history. I like you know, a little bit of talking about medieval times and bits and pieces. So I always come back. Me and my wife have a nice little walk around here. So it's a fabulous place and wonderful place to live. And I actually, could have been a better leg for me. So.
Yorkshire City I've been a couple of times. In fact, probably one of the worst ever experiences that I ever had was here when I played for Arsenal in the FA Cup, and York dumped us out the cup in the 80s. So I wanted to come back to York feeling a lot happier this time, and I do.
Just talking to the chairman a moment or two ago, I think we're all hoping that York put together the same sort of run this season that we did at the end of last season to save ourselves. You know, it's not too late by any means.
It's going to be hard for them, isn't it? It's going to be hard. You know, when Jackie came in, I'm sure he thought straight away, you know, I'll be able to make a few loan signings and sort things out. But when a club's on a slide, it's really hard to reverse that slide. He's having a go. He's going to need, what's he going to need? About 13 or 14 points for survival. And how many points have they taken of late? It's going to be hard, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think they can. I was just saying how good the surface looks, seeing the rugby's on it. We hope so, I'm sure. I understand the pitch has been narrowed a little bit, which is, I'm not sure, I'm never quite convinced about that, altering pitches. You haven't got good enough players, but you know, it's a wonderful town. It's been a historic club, and yeah, I'm sure they can.
Well, they've got a Scottish manager, that always helps, but I'm biased. Jackie McNamara is a very clever and shrewd guy. He took over, and I was actually surprised that he did take the job, I have to be honest. But I think with the results is going at the moment, Hartlepool are starting to get a little bit stronger. And I think there's a sign at York with the players at Jackie. He knows a young market in terms of younger players. I think Jackie might just do the survival trick. I hope he does it.
Yeah.